still kills him. Repeated strikes from the bat, as actor Adam Weisman sells it with some great unsettling twitches. Maybe Judith's boyfriend in the original should be happy he's a Minuteman. He got him out of the Myers house before something like this could happen to him. Michael leaves his body on the floor as he heads towards the victim.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New York Giants. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Something more for sure than fine. It's a little big on you, kid, but don't worry. Don't grow into it. He gets weirdly flirty with his sister, which, none of us really see. And when she realizes what he's doing, she yells at him and slaps him in the mask. That's when he takes the knife and stabs her in the stomach with it. It's a more drawn-out kill than the one from the original, as Michael takes the knife out and gives his sister a chance to make it out into the hallway. Run, Judith, run! She slowly limps away, with the ridiculous-looking mini-bike stepping out and stalking her down the hallway.
Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley, escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down. From the gun, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. He can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this. But sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The internet says this is a kill, so I'm not going to take it away from Michael. This murder ends up being the breaking point for Myers, as you see in the ensuing.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones eluding the pressure right. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. The other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down.
On the night of October 30th, Michael Myers is set to be transferred.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
As they and the other guards lead the oversized Michael through the facility, things go predictably wrong.
Here's Muhammad. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
They'll run with Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll run with Muhammad. He's got the first down inside. inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the carry, it's Love. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now.
That was the same player I was watching
And the
from the
Giants
bowl. I
take
didn't
it
throw
right
it.
down and score on the opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Eventually, Michael disarms Joe and uses the knife to stab him twice in the
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Did you know $5 sunglasses and the $500 designer brands are made from the same cheap plastic? These are William Payton's finest sunglasses ever made. The last pair you'll ever see. Plus, we give you a full lifetime guarantee. Nice looking shades, old man. If you lose them or your girlfriend steals them, we'll leave them replace them.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. He's at the 50, 30, it's the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giant side of the field. A terrific run there by Penny, 59 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
She's done very well. She's not exactly the same uptight character as Jamie Lee Curtis's version.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come on, dropping off keys at the old Myers house. Michael has already been there. Someone knows to dig underneath the floor. Mike 7. Here we go, see? I don't know what he's doing. But I will say that I like the nasty rugged mask in these Rob Zombie movies. It looks like it just belongs here.
Play action. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Penny. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Chucky himself, Brad fucking Doran. Yes, hell yeah.
Hey, zero.
Loomis tells an ice cream man posing as a doctor. Michael will surely
they'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. On second down, here's Barkley, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. This is caught inside the 15. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
To stretch it right there, turn it into a really nice game. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That Lindsay Wallace's house, where he stands behind her as she watches everyone's favorite movie in these movies, Thing from Another World. He follows Andy and Lucy out of the house, watches as they walk down the sidewalk to Tommy Doyle's place, where he waits outside as Paul pulls up to pick up Annie. Andy tells her setting up a blind date. Wait, can you guess who?
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Myers is in town and a dangerous man, but in his office, Rackett tells Loomis that he's read his book and he thinks he's a charlatan who's conflated the legend of Michael Myers to sell more copies. That all changes when Loomis says that Michael may be in town to hunt down his baby sister. Rory's Rackett.
The Giants on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
And he took the orphan baby to an emergency room in a neighboring town. But 3 months later, his buddy Mason Strode adopted the baby. So, yes.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A first down carry for Barkley to the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Body of her friend Linda is lying in front of Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll find Galloway. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30. Off play action. Jones rolling to his right. This will be caught inside the 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
People died in Rob Zombie's Halloween reunion. The victim.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense. Not giving up the wide pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He'll buy some time right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
You're probably more familiar with the director's cut. That's because
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
I actually had to hunt down a Canadian Blu-ray for the theatrical version, since the box set I've been working from only has the director's cut. The differences between the 2 cuts aren't crazy drastic. Like, this is
from the gun, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Take a look at this change, for instance. As an editor, I'm appalled and confused by Zombie's decision to add back in a pointless shot of Lewis walking around the car. Why do that? What does that shot do other than make your movie longer? Some of you may think that a director's cut automatically means more nudity.
Wilson in the offense. plays not coming off the field. They're going 4-on-4.
No goal was cut out for the theatrical version or added back in for the director's cut. However, there is a bit more nudity in the director's cut, and unfortunately, probably the biggest
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson.
scene surrounding Michael's escape from the sanitarium.
He's got Lockett. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
The director's cut adds in just a bit more Rob Zombie-esque dialogue. The Myers are having a bit of
Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Fucking gross.
A gain of 3, second down.
There are some needless shots at end of Michael walking up to and around the school prior to his rumble in the restroom. And at the
From the shotgun, Wilson.
played by the late Richard Lynch, responds more aggressively to Michael's little sass back.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, yes, speed, under great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll give them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Touch 50, touch 50. Just stop right there. This is going to be another 100,000 a day in just a few minutes. Go 14. And without even having to use your own money to do this. Check 527, check 523.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And then go invest a bunch of money to something, just start a business. It's none of that. So I probably got your attention by now. And if you want to see how you can do this your very first day without years of learning it, you can click the top right if you're on your phone.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Entirely unnecessary, except for the line where Rufus mentions Michael's nickname.
The child, Michael Myers, has become a sort of ghost of the shape of a human being.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
More sympathetic character in one end. Lewis gets permission from Michael to sit outside with him as he begs him to open up.
I'm here to help you. I feel an utter failure at the moment. I just can't get through to you.
Now Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
And the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready for that.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
further establishing the shitty guy. First, a racially charged line to trade, and then an antagonistic way of
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And if you'll recall, the theatrical run has something pretty straightforward. We see a bunch of guards sitting around waiting to transport Michael to another facility, and then when they do, it goes tits up because Michael brings out his chain.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal, as they certainly wouldn't mind some breathing room. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Michael kills him in turn by smashing his head against the wall. That kill gives way to the Michael head tilt that's in the theatrical.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
That's just fantastic because there's such good parent care. D. Wallace is amazing.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing down to give to Penny. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Penny. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
There's a little bit of extra dialogue.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
And then after a fresh lead, Corey's walk home by herself is a couple of shots longer. And includes some fun editing that shows Michael Myers is following her around in broad daylight when Lori gets home to get another extra sequence.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Dory Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the gun, Wilson dancing to his left.
Wow.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken
Who's my
down.
deep fourth thing the quarter about it? This game is fucking horrible.
23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
I also enjoy the sassy performance of Kenny Greg Stewart as Lindsey Wallace, who gets some additional dialogue in the director's cut in an extra scene featuring the kids.
To throw is Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that.
Up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's use that same fun editing trick to find out. Because for this series,
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Wilson leaves this one with Penning. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Myers' kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on. Every week in practice, usually on a Friday, they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Some of the most explicit shots, or else YouTube would slap me with an age restriction. However, there is an uncut version of this film out available on my Patreon for any and all supporters. And don't get upset about that, man. We did the same thing for Saw, and it worked out just fine. Shot on 16mm film to give it that extra grindhouse.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
The original YouTube from 1980.
Play fake. Jones, flush to his right. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
In the meantime, let's get to the kills.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Michael tells her about a dream he had where Deborah was dressed all in white.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Picking up immediately after the ending of the first movie, Scout Taylor Strode is walking through the streets covered in blood and carrying a gun until Sheriff Brackett is able to catch up with her and try to calm her down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off play action. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.